one of the things I am most excited about the role that technology can play is it creates creators. It takes students away from being passive soaker-uppers of stuff that we tell them to being creators, to building and designing and just being incredibly involved in the subjects that they're exploring.
Tell me more about that. Give me some examples.
Well, so it's very, so I was visiting a school once, and I went to the school, and it was a school that was using technology very heavily. Every student had a device, and I remember the 4th or 5th classroom I went into, it just something felt weird, and I didn't know what it was until I finally realized that I couldn't tell where the front of the room was in any of the classrooms I'd visited, right? And what was happening was all of the students were working together on projects, and they were assigned different activities that they were working on, and they were actually building, they were coming up with solutions that were being given to them. You know, anytime I hear people say, we need to come up with some problems for students to solve, I sort of think, there are so many real problems in the world to solve. Let's start with that, right? Let's have students applying their knowledge to solving real problems. There's a school in West Virginia where a number of students actually used data and the information that they were learning in school to discover pulsars. They discovered new stars using technology. Recently, I was at a school in Arizona where the students, I was asking them what they were doing, how they were using technology. They said, oh, we're using technology to come up with a genetic map of all of the indigenous plant life to the area around our school, and we're working with scientists from a local university virtually to create this sort of genomic map of the indigenous plant life, right? Those are very creative activities. They're building, they're designing. That's not rote learning, that's not fact memorization. So technology is a very powerful tool to help bring the learning into context in safe ways that you can't always do otherwise. Yeah.
Students as producers rather
students
than
as producers,
consumers.
Students as producers, as creators, as designers, as opposed to passive recipients.
But the department, the U.S. Department of Education, is certainly a big player in the pressure to get test scores up. And so, I mean, are you trying to have it both ways here? You say, well, we want technology that supports creation of knowledge, but we also better get those damn test scores up.
Well, I believe if you are focusing on creating engaging, rich, creative learning environments, test scores are going to come along with that. Focus on building environments where students feel like they own their learning, like it's personalized to their needs and interests. You do that, then I think you're going to see the academic factors, right? The subject matter expertise that comes along.
It's what E.D. Hirsch Jr. says about reading. If you want kids to do well on reading tests, don't practice reading tests. Read.
Yeah, right.